All right, everybody. Hello, hello. Let's get this party started. All right, so we've got a great lower body and cardio workout tonight. You are going to need various sets of weights if you have them or household objects. I do recommend having a variety. We're doing some exercises that pair better with lower weights and some that you can really go pretty darn heavy. So grab that laundry detergent, paint cans, whatever you have, and have them near you. But tonight we have a 5-minute warm-up to begin. Our warm-up is just one round through, all timed exercise, 1 minute of each for 5 minutes, and then we'll move into our first cardio block before then moving into our first strength block, okay? So a minute of each for everything. We're gonna get right to it with the warm-up tonight. So if you have your music queued up, let's cue it up now. Turn that volume up just enough so that you're motivated, but you can hear me as well. And unlike the majority of my classes, we're gonna get right into the warm-up because we do have a lot to get through tonight. And the warm-up is a lengthy one tonight, all right? So you'll have plenty of time. So right now, everybody stand up nice and tall, arms by your side. We're gonna be going into standing Spider-Mans in 4, 3, 2, 1, right here, standing Spider-Man. So reaching your arms up to the sky, little to no bend in your elbow, bringing your elbow then down to your knee as you crunch your knee up to meet it. So basically, a Spider-Man crunch, waking up our obliques, getting that body moving and warm. Breathe. We're doing each movement here 1 minute at a time. Good. Keep working, you're halfway through. I'm just changing our settings here. Good. Still going on that. We have 15 seconds and then we're gonna go to a sumo squat to stand. This is gonna be to open up our hips and our hamstrings because we do have some squats coming up, spoiler alert. All right, guys, on my cue in 3, 2, 1, wide stance, come down into that sumo squat, legs out, plant your hands, lift your hips up as high as they'll allow. My hips are really tight today. I'll go this way. Despite stretching every day, my hips are the one thing that have not really seemed to open up as much. So you're trying to lift those hips up as much as you can. If any of you are crazy flexible, your legs would be straight. You'll notice I still have a pretty extreme knee bend. If this gets to be too extreme or it hurts your low back, come all the way up, shake it out. Otherwise, we really are trying to stay down the whole time. So down into that sumo squat, hips up, good. Pressing your knees out at the bottom. We're gonna transition into a down dog in 3, 2, 1, right here. Down dog, all right, so start here. Then I want you to bend chest to knees. Down dog all the way up, bend chest to knees. After each bend, bringing your chest to your knees. When you press up, see if you can get a little more length in your hamstrings and in that upper back. Reaching away, pressing into your pointer finger here. Excellent, belly in nice and tight. Up next, we're gonna do a wide mountain climber with a rotation, basically a runner's lunge with a twist. If you're really tight, feel free to pause in down dog, kind of pedal it out. This dynamic warm-up should have us warm. We should be in the blue or the green zone by the end, but we don't wanna be totally exhausted. So listen to your body. Keep moving. On my cue, we go to that wide mountain climber in 3, 2, 1. What you're gonna do, one leg forward, one leg back. So you're in that runner's lunge. Twist open to the leg that's in front. Hold as long as you want. Press that hip down, don't let it open. And when you're ready, switching to that other side. Depending on how tight you are, how fatigued you are, you can always drop that back foot. Make it a slightly more static stretch rather than dynamic. Otherwise, keep that foot elevated and switch side to side. You do what works for you tonight. Our last one is the scorpion. I am horrible at the scorpion. I just can't seem to get it. But basically, we're going to be lying on our belly, bringing our foot back behind and over our hips. Sandy, you'll want to make this a bridge instead. In 3, 2, 1. Onto your belly, abs tight, and you lift up, tap outside of your opposite glute cheek. Good. Opening your hip. Getting a nice chest stretch too as you roll onto that opposite shoulder. A gentle chest opener here. Maybe try keeping that leg a little straighter this time, reaching further away from your body. We have 30 seconds left in our warm-up. Engaging your core, breathing. Final 15. Finish one more rep per side for me. One more rep per side, then shutting it down in 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, guys, grab that water, turn down your music so you can hear me. Here's what we got for our first block. It is a 4-minute block. This is going to be our cardio block, but focused on our lower body. That is, after all, the primary focus tonight. So we have 4 minutes worth of rounds, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off of a jump squat and a lateral walk to toe tap. I'm going to show you a bunch of options here, okay? So everyone knows what that jump squat is. Legs are about hip width apart, abs are tight. We sink down to parallel, we jump, and we land soft. Option would be to simply limit that range of motion. Don't sink quite as low. Or if we're not jumping tonight, I know I won't be, my knees are kind of being iffy these days, then we're just going to squat and stand. You could always come up into that half raise at the top if you'd like. Our second exercise is a lateral toe tap walk. So if you have a mat, it's good to use kind of for distance, but hips are going to be hip width apart as well. We're back. We're not in a full squat, but we're about as close as we can get. And we're stepping side to side while staying in that low kind of half squat. A challenge option, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not jumping tonight, you're welcome to add a mini band underneath your knees and just do regular squats and then tap walks like that with the mini bands. So that's a really great challenge option if you're not going to be jumping tonight. Okay, we're going to get going in about 15 seconds. So those of you that may or may not want to add that mini band on, do so now. Otherwise, on my cue in 10, we're going to begin with those jump squats or squats. Again, I'm going to just be squatting tonight. My knee's been a little funky recently, but option, add that mini band or stick with how it's prescribed and do that jump squat. Okay, guys, 20 seconds of jump squats or squats in 4, 3, 2, 1, begin right here. Turn that music up. Make sure you are pumped up to go. Inhale, exhale. The thing with squats is you do want to make sure you breathe properly, especially when we train our lower body and our core. The better we get at breathing, the more we can do. Rest. Everyone stop. Woo! 20 seconds goes fast, so make sure you can hear me. It's okay if you don't see me. Just make sure you can hear me. Lateral steps in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. If you're not using the mini band, which I know a lot of us aren't, make sure you're sinking half an inch slower than you may want. First round, you're going to be like, Marisa, this is easy. I got this, no big deal. Third round, you're going to be like, oh, God, I'm out. In 3, 2, 1, rest. Good. Shake it out. Full rest here. And then we do it again. In 3, 2, 1, squat it out. Inhale, exhale. Cracking your glutes at the top like you're squeezing a walnut. Don't be afraid to make some noise. We can't hear you. I'm the only one you can hear, and I'm always a heavy breather working out. Get ready for your rest in 3, 2, 1, rest. Gearing up for that iso squat, lateral walk, toe tap. In 3, 2, 1, right here. Light on your feet. I want you all to imagine you have nasty downstairs neighbors So whether you're jumping, walking, stepping, we are quiet, quiet. Someone's napping in the next room. Hips are back, abs are tight, and we rest. Woo. We got another round coming up. We're halfway through this block. 2 minutes in, 2 minutes to go in 3, 2, 1, squat. Remember, jump squats, squats, mini band squats. Your workout, your way, your body, your challenge. In 3, 2, 1, rest. We got that lateral toe tap step next. I'm gonna go sideways so you can see me a little better. In 3, 2, 1, begin. Hips back, back straight, abs tight. The lower you go with those hips, the harder it will be. Make sure your knees and toes are pointing forward, especially if you're using that mini band. We're not angling this way or that. In 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, we've got one more round of this. Make it your best, most challenging round before we move on to our strength block. In 3, 2, 1, begin. Right here, jump squats or squats. Optional challenge, stay moving through the rest, otherwise rest in 3, 2, 1. Right here, rest if you need it. Keep working if you want that optional challenge. We'll go right into that toe tap. There we go, Epstein's. Nice, Sandy. In 3, 2, 1, toe tap right here. Good, I'll go sideways again. Once again, I'll give you the option. You'll either be able to rest for the final 10 seconds of this block or stay moving. If you want that challenge, 3, 2, 1 right here, either rest or keep going. Final 10 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, guys, grab water, turn that music down. I'll cue up your next block. I like when we do a quick little cardio thing just so we're warm moving into our strength. All right, ladies and gents, here's what we got. I promise we got lots of lower body, all right? We've got 12 reps of everything, so that's really good. You don't have to memorize a lot. We're gonna do a weighted single leg deadlift, 12 each, 12 sumo squats, 12 pop jacks, and this one is, I think, new for most of you, 12 hip bridge walkouts, okay? So eyes on me for everything. Then I will screen share for the first half of the block so I can spy on you, make sure you're doing good form, give options, challenges, and then I'll hop in with you, okay? So with that single leg deadlift, this is probably gonna be your lightest weight. Just a heads up, the VBA, the demo girl, holds the weight with both hands. All right, that's fine if you want, just make sure it doesn't pull you down. I actually prefer just holding it with one hand, the hand of the leg that lifts. So whatever you prefer, but here we go. With that deadlift, shoulders down and back. If you're doing it the way the BBA wants, both hands are holding that weight. All right, shoulders down and back. I lift one foot. I slide the weight down my stationary leg as my opposite leg moves behind me. So this is one way of doing it. If you feel unstable or if you get any issue in your low back, I want you to just hold one weight. So whatever leg lifts is the weight you would hold. Both are totally fine. We just are all built different, right? And you really want to feel this in the standing leg. It has nothing to do with how far the leg lifts behind you. Then we can all definitely grab a heavier weight for our sumo squat. So legs super wide, angled out, abs tight, all right? I'm not doing a plie, I'm not a ballerina, all right? Instead, I squat back behind me, lift and squeeze. Butt goes back like I'm sitting in a chair, lift and squeeze. Spreading the floor with my feet. This is the heaviest weight you should use all day, right? If you want, you could always hold two weights to make it a little heavier, rather than holding the butt. Hold like the regular part of the weight down, up and down, okay? Then we've got pop jacks. So, in that high plank, abs tight, jump and hold, option, step in, step out. Then, the kicker. This one is a doozy, okay? So eyes on me. Whew. All right, we're starting. in that bridge. The goal is for my hips never to change. So they're always gonna be at this height. As I step out with my feet, only as far as I can go without my hips lowering, and then I step right back to that bridge without dropping, okay? 1 out, 1 in counts as 1 rep, guys. So it's a doozy. I would definitely maybe take a break if you need to, okay? A good goal is to see if you can take 4 steps out before returning. If 4 steps is too much, limit it. If 4 steps is too little, extend it. All right, I'm gonna screen share. You have 30 seconds to cue up your music, grab water, do what you gotta do before we get started here. All right, it's a good one, guys. All righty. All right, turn on those tunes. We are starting with that weighted single leg deadlift. Again, both hands, one hand. This is your show. In 3, 2, 1, begin. Good. Now, another option, of course, is to just make this a regular deadlift, guys, both feet planted. It does not matter what you choose. What matters is you're thinking about hips behind you. So really pay attention to your stationary leg right now. Lead with that hip, like you're trying to touch that hip to the wall behind you. Good, Jordan. Weight should be really close to your body, so everyone can take that weight closer. I want you sliding that weight down the pant leg of your stationary leg. Good, nice adjustment, Jordan, much better. The further away you hold that weight from your body, your low back is gonna start initiating to pull you up. We do not want that. We want your hamstring pulling you up. So really let that weight slide down your pant leg or get a little nip on that leg if you're wearing shorts. Good. Shoulders tight, like you're holding a pencil in between your shoulder blades. If balance is not your strong suit, don't go as far up with the elevated leg. Still focus on going far back with your stationary hip, but don't lift your elevated leg as much. It does not matter how high that leg elevates. Good. 12 per side, slow and controlled. Once you finish that, if you have a heavier weight, I want you to swap it out. Otherwise, I want you to grab a second weight of whatever you're currently using to double up for that sumo squat. Good. Inhale down, exhale up. Good. Especially if you have a lighter weight than usual, the slower the better. Really focus on that stationary hip. Excellent, guys. Perfect form, Zoe. Nice depth. Driving those knees out, squeezing at the top. Good. You can either hold the top part of the weight, or if you need more depth, hold the middle. Whatever works for you. Sometimes those weights will stop us before we want. Good. Larry, a little more backwards with your hips rather than forward with your knees. Yep, there we go. You feel a slight difference? Good. Good, good. Good, good form, Maria. Option for that pop jack, again, walk in, walk out, or as Zoe is doing, you guys can use a bench or a chair or an ottoman so that you're elevated off the ground. Good, Jordan, you too, a little more behind with your hips rather than down with your hips. Yep, good. Inhale down, exhale up. Oh, ignore this beautiful Sephora ad. Right back to business, good. All right, guys, so with this bridge walkout, really make your steps small. I want you trying to get 2 steps per foot. So out, 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 in, in. If you get more than that, cool. I think I got 6 steps out in my demo. Good. Again, take a rest when you need. I wouldn't blame you if you needed to take a rest after 6 reps. Remember, you're counting reps by out and in, not by how many steps out or steps in you take. But every time you come back to that starting position, that is a rep. It is a lot, and it will take a while. Good, nice job, Jordan. Nice flat back at the top. Good. When you're done, you're right back to the top. Evaluate how you felt during that first round. You were halfway through this block. We have just about 4 minutes left. I'm going to unscreen share and join you. You guys look great. Again, evaluate how you felt. Depending on how you feel, you want to make adjustments the second time around. Maybe you're able to do a little bit more. And that's a good thing. 3.5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Notice how my weight is literally touching my pant leg. So I could possibly have some bruises on my knees, depending on how aggressively I'm going here. Now I'm going really soft and gentle, but I'm still touching all the way up, all the way down. Abs tight. If balance isn't your friend, hold the weight with one hand, balance on something else. Squeeze at the top, reset. It's not a race. One side will undoubtedly be a bit harder than the other. My left leg doesn't like to balance, doesn't like to hinge as well as my right. That's where I have to rely on my breath just a little bit more. Belly button in. Slower the better. The faster you go, the more unstable you're going to be. Again, weight slides down right past my kneecap, right back up. I feel it the entire way. Contact the whole time. Our goal is to get 2 rounds in. Good, guys. We have 90 seconds left here. Weighted deadlifts, sumo squats, pop jacks, bridges with those walkouts. Good, guys, 45 seconds left. Keep moving, finishing what you're doing as I cue up that next block. Keep going. $15. Final 10, guys. In 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, take a break, grab water, turn down your music, make sure you can hear me. We have another treadmill-focused cardio block, if you will. Base, push, all out. So just as if we were in the studio on our treadmills, you know the deal. When we are at base pace, we're actively recovering. When we're at push, we are going a little harder than we want. When we're at an all out, we should be really challenging. So if you get tired and you need to know where to tailor back, always try to do so on your base, okay? So eyes on me. Our base is going to be a curtsy lunge. So I'm going to step my left foot behind and diagonal. This knee and toe are still forward, and the knee isn't in the toe, isn't over the toe. I alternate either side here. So always step a little further back than you might think. If curtsy lunges don't feel good for your body, I encourage you to either do lateral lunges or reverse lunges, okay? That is your base. Then speed skaters is our push. So again, if you have a mat, use it as a guide for your distance. Hips are down, feet are hip width apart. I jump, I stick the landing without letting this knee ricochet into the other knee. Okay, it doesn't matter how far you go, it's about sticking the landing, like you're jumping from rock to rock over a pond. Finally, our all out is gonna be a 3-point, what do they call it? 3-point sprint. Here's the deal. I am just miserably uncoordinated at this, so you might wanna do a couple slow with me here if you want. It's basically 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So the number 3, your knee is up. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Once you get into it, the idea is you go longer and faster. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right? It took me literally like an hour of practice to get that. So just bear with me tonight, all right? So 6-minute block, base push all out. You do get a rest at the end, so the goal is to stay moving for that full 90 seconds. We good? All right, one last sip of water. Turn your tunes up. Get started with that curtsy lunge, alternating. Remember, this is your base, so just slowly warming up, still in the green zone. In 3, 2, 1, begin. Only 30 seconds of each. Good, breathe. Abs in. Under 10 seconds, you go to those skater lunges. That's your push. We move a little faster. We get a little warmer. In 3, 2, 1, right here, skater lunges. If you're not moving as fast, that's okay. Maybe you make up for it by jumping longer or sinking your hips lower. We should definitely be in the green zone now. Maybe the upper levels, lower 80s. Getting ready to all be super coordinated and graceful. In 1, 2, 3, right here. 3-point step. This is your all out. Woo! I find, weirdly, using your arms makes it easier. Do not ask me why. If you feel a little silly, you're probably doing it right. I'm officially in the orange zone. 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Woo! All right, we've got time, and there we go, proof, right here, 93. We're doing it again, guys. I tell you, I think it's just because I can't work out and talk at the same time. It is tough. Whew. All right, we got those curtsy lunges again coming up. In 8, in 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. So remember, your curtsy lunges are your base. How many times in class do we as coaches tell you to get back to base after a walking recovery? And you're like, ugh, because I don't know about you, but that's me. So if you feel that way right now, that's okay. Take it slower, breathe. We should still be a little more challenged. That's the point. Challenges change. In 3, 2, 1, speed skater lunges. Right, like that, I'm back to the green. Do what you gotta do to stay moving the whole 90 seconds. You don't need to go far. If you're feeling sore today, you're feeling tight and didn't sleep well last night, you do what you need to do. Getting ready to be super graceful together again with those 3-point steps. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Good. Bringing that last knee drive up. Doesn't matter how far you go in terms of distance left to right. I care more about your speed and your agility. So move those feet as fast as you can, even if you move less than a foot worth of distance. Breathe. In 3, 2, 1, rest. Woo! We got it again. Walk around, do what you gotta do. $15, and we're back to those curtsy lunges. Active recovery, base pace in 4, 3, 2, 1, base pace. Inhale, exhale. Pretend this is an all out. If we breathe like we would during an all out in a base, we'll recover that much better. Play with your tempo. Hands certainly don't need to be at your hips. I just like that. In 3, 2, 1, right here. Skater lunges. I'm gonna try to go a little further distance this time, even if it slows down my number of reps. I feel like since with the 3-point step, the goal is to go really fast, I don't wanna do that twice. I want well-rounded fitness. So for here, my goal is gonna be for that distance. I'll get fast in a moment. Gearing up for that all out. In 3, 2, 1, right here. Now I go fast feet. Breathe a little louder. Use your hands, squeeze your abs. 15 in, 15 to go. Last time doing this, so do not quit. You don't have to do this again. Woo! 5, 3, 2, 1, rest. Woo! Breathe, guys. 90 seconds till that next block. Grab water, walk it out, do what you gotta do, and I will cue us up. All right, so for this exercise, for this block, excuse me, I am going to screen share again at the beginning. It is a primarily core-focused block. And whenever we work our core, if we're tired, like we are right now, and we're not really paying attention, it is possible to tweak our low back or just not get the most out of that exercise, all right? So we got a 6-minute block. It's all for time. Basically, it's the exact same thing we just did, but we're replacing each of our leg cardio exercises with core exercises instead. So 30, 30, 30 rest. 30, 30, 30 rest. 30, 30, 30 rest, okay? So make sure you guys can see me down here. All right, eyes on me. First up, we've got a forearm plank, single leg over and out. All right, this is 15 seconds per side. So just make sure when we start, you can hear me. So you are in a forearm plank, but on your knees. So my hips are down, my shoulders are right over my wrists, my abs are tight. All right, I'm going to lift one leg without my hips moving, and I'm going to tap outside and inside. All right, the challenge here is not to open your hips or TP your hips. If you have abs of steel, you're welcome to try this in a low plank without that knee dropped, but trust me, this is hard enough as is. Then you're immediately gonna pop up for plank jacks, up and out, all right? Option, do those plank jacks in a low plank as well. And then finally, third move, we're just doing that forearm plank hold down here. Here's the thing, guys. The goal is to go from move to move to move with no rest. So basically you go from the plank jack to the plank without dropping to your knees. That's real, real hard. So let's take baby steps tonight. Try to move from one exercise to another with no rest. We'll build our way up. If you do need to take rest, that's fine. I'll tell you right now, I'm probably gonna take rest, all right? Talking and exercising do not mix well for me, apparently. But be honest with yourself about your rest. Don't just rest and think I don't see you. Rest, count to 3, get right back up, or count to 5. But right now, make a goal with yourself, with your families. Say, if we rest, how long will it be for? I challenge you to make it somewhere between 3 to 5 seconds max. All right, guys, so right now, everyone down on your mat. I'm going to spy on you just for this first round, to make sure you're doing everything good. So start out, I want to make sure you're in that right position, forearm plank on your knees, so hips forward, and when you glide your hips forward, make sure your shoulders don't go over your elbows. If they do, adjust slightly. Now squeeze your abs and your hips. That should be hard enough as is. Now elevate one leg, flex that foot, Reach it back behind you. Good. On my cue, you'll tap in 3, 2, 1, right here. So tapping outside and inside that ankle. Good. So that the knee that's down, your foot can be rested on the ground. That'll make it a little easier for you to get over that ankle without having to stretch that leg up. Good. Epstein's do it. Great. Sandy, picture perfect. Maria, I can't see you, but I'm sure you're beautiful. On my cue, we are going to switch sides in 3, 2, 1. Switch sides right here. So opposite knee down. Good. Make sure you're not distracted by your leg moving, all right? Your abs and your hips should still be tight and stable. Excellent. We go up to that plank jack on my cue. If you can, guys, your goal is to go up to your plank jack without dropping in 3, 2, 1, right here. Remember, option, take that plank jack to an ottoman, a bench, something like that. Do the plank jack from your forearms. Otherwise, the challenge, the goal is to come right up. Remember, play with tempo. If you're like, man, my shoulders are burning, this is hard, my heart rate's high, don't go fast. Out, pause, in, pause, right? You do not need to go a certain speed. That's not what a plank jack is. Good. You have 7 seconds and you're down to that low plank hold. Beautiful, guys. In 3, 2, 1. Low plank hold right here. Good. Option to be on those knees again. Otherwise, glue your heels together, glue your thighs together, and push back through those heels. Now, this first round is going to be used as information, right? So instead of saying, man, I had to drop every time, like I didn't make it through, use it as information. Maybe your shoulders are burning, and so next time you should do your plank jacks on your forearms, right? Learn, don't judge. 3, 2, 1, rest. Good, guys. So take this 30 seconds to learn, not to judge, and we're gonna make this next round better on my cue. We'll start with that forearm plank, single leg, over and out again. You have 10 seconds, so start to transition down to those knees. Doesn't matter what leg you start on, 15 seconds of that plank in and out in 3, 2, 1, right here. Moving that leg while keeping your hips and abs stable is harder than it looks. On my cue, switch sides in 3, 2, 1, right here, switch legs. In 3, 2, 1, up to those plank jacks right here. Option, low plank. Option, using that couch, ottoman, bench. That will take a lot of pressure out of your shoulders too. So if you find it's your shoulders that are struggling most with the plank jack, I want you to either take it to a low plank jack or a elevated plank jack. You move down to that regular forearm plank in 3, 2, 1, right here, forearm plank. Breathe, nice and loud. Glue your thighs together. Heels push back, shoulders drive up, belly button in, glutes are active. Your whole body is tight. Halfway. In 3, 2, 1, rest. Good, guys. Moving into that final round in 30 seconds. Breathe. Looking good. Last chance to decide what you're gonna do different, what you're gonna do better. 10 seconds, so let's transition down to those knees. Get ready. Down to those knees. In 4, 3, 2, 1, right here. Be rhythmic about that breath. Get ready to switch legs. In 3, 2, 1, switch. You don't need to lift the leg that's moving a lot. In fact, don't if that causes your hips to move. Plank jacks, you know your options in 3, 2, 1, right here, plank jacks. Either on your hands, on your forearms, or on a couch. You got this, there's no right or wrong way. Play with tempo. Doesn't matter how far out you jump those legs. 10 seconds, we drop to that forearm plank. 3, 2, 1, down to that forearm plank. Final time, guys, final 30 seconds of this block. Breathe, close your eyes, do what you gotta do. $15 in, 15 to go. In 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, guys, 90 seconds before our final block. Breathe, grab water, turn your tunes down, get ready. All right, guys. Final block is another cardio-focused block similar to the first one we did, where it's 20 on, 10 off for 4 minutes straight, okay? Again, for that final round, I'll give you an optional challenge of eliminating the 10 seconds of rest, okay? So our exercise is a 1.5 jump squat and a reverse lunge to a hop. I'm gonna give you options if you're not jumping tonight, okay? So eyes on me. All right, a 1.5 jump squat. Oh, I forgot I angled this down. I was like, why can't you see my head? Okay, let's see, that should be better. Okay. Yay, I have a head. Okay, 1.5 jump squat, guys, is basically a jump squat, but instead of at the bottom just exploding right back up to the next one, you sneak a pulsing squat in there. Again, world's most uncoordinated coach. Let's see if I can do this. So I jump, pulse, pulse, jump, pulse, pulse. All right, if you're not jumping, what I want you to do is squat, pulse, pulse, squat, pulse, pulse, okay? Same thing. All right, then we've got a reverse lunge to hop. We have 4 rounds of this block, so instead of alternating our lunges, 1 round will be one leg, 1 round will be the next leg. So I'll make sure you know what round that is, okay? So for this round, I'm gonna go back with my left leg, like so, coming up into that hop. Again, if you're not hopping, I want you to just give me those reverse lunges. No big deal, okay? We have 4 rounds, 4 minutes on the clock. For the last 2 rounds, I'm gonna give you options to continue straight through, all right? Again, total options, no pressure. I might not even do it, but we're here tonight to work. We might as well work, right? All right, so I'm gonna be doing the jump and the lunge without jumping. Just keep in mind that you absolutely should jump if you can, all right? Starting with that 1.5 jump squat, final 4 minutes of our class in 3, 2, 1, begin. Right here, you got it, guys. Now we know that 20 seconds goes fast, so push it. Squeezing your glutes like you're cracking a walnut at the top. Gearing up for our first round of rest in 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, for this first round, guys, I want left leg back for this lunge with a hop if you're doing it. Option, no hop. In 3, 2, 1, right here. If you're not doing a hop, just make sure your pace is fairly brisk. Don't be lazy. This isn't a base pace. This is work. We are pushing through to the finish. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, 10 seconds. We're back to that 1.5 jump squat. In 3, 2, 1, right here. Exhale up, inhale down. Again, get rhythmic, make noise. Gearing up for our second round of rest. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, this time, guys, my right leg goes behind me for the lunge. In 3, 2, 1 right here. If you're counting, see if you can get the same number of reps on this side as you did on the other side. Three, 2, 1, rest. All right, guys. Gearing up for that jump squat again. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Squeeze at the top. We're gonna use our left leg for the lunge, rest. I'm gonna turn this way this time so you can see me. Again, left leg goes back this time. In 3, 2, 1, right here. Option to skip the rest and have an additional 10 seconds of lunges if you'd like. Remember, that will mean you go right into your last block with no rest. Rest here if you want. Keep going if you want. Your call. You're either resting or you're going. 3 seconds, we're back to squats in 3, 2, 1, right here. Final 40 seconds of work. Again, I'm gonna give you the option to go through the rest, in which case, final minute of work. Your call, but you do not get time back. 3, 2, 1, rest if you want, keep working if you want. 35 seconds left in your class and it's dinner time. Rest if you want. Oh, no, back into those lunges. Right leg this time. Right here, guys, right leg back. Final 30 seconds of class. In 10 seconds, you either rest and you're done, sayonara, or you keep working. 3, 2, 1, your call right here. Keep working or rest. You got this. In 3, 2, 1, recover. Awesome. Awesome job, guys. I'm gonna put this down so you can see me for some stretches if you have the time. If you don't have the time, try to stretch on your own. It is important, all right? Breathe, get that heart rate down. Good, all right. We're gonna go to that L stretch, so if you have a mat, use it. Front part of your leg is parallel with that mat. Back leg is the same, so letter L, if you will. Then twist yourself forward so that you are leaning down into that stretch. Trying to push this hip down towards the floor. Good, breathe. Gotta love a good leg day, right? Breathe. Try to walk another half an inch, and then on it feels right for you, you're gonna switch sides. So again, your thighs, even with the mat, my hip on this side, woo, is way tighter. So lift yourself if you need, adjust your glutes, and then twist and sink. My left side is always way tighter. Good, squaring yourself out, breathing, trying to push the hip down. Good, carefully coming out of that. We'll do one forward fold and you guys are on your way. So coming up with those arms, you're gonna stretch to one side first and then come forward, grabbing what you can. Whether it's your ankles, your calves, your shins, your toes. Big deep breath, we'll do that other side. So stretch, lean to one side. Use that breath, come down once more. See if you can get a little more than last time. And breathe. All right, guys, you are done. Awesome work this week. You've got 2 opportunities to work out tomorrow, 9 a.m. or 10 a.m., and then 8:15 a.m. on Saturday with Coach Riley. And I hope to see you all next week. All right, thanks for coming. Bye-bye.